direct us to a general election which someone can win. I feel sorry for the people that are aligning themselves to these people. Because for me, they don't possess the caliber of planning, strategic thinking that can win you a general election. So, at that point, I asked a very simple question. What criteria are you using to bring this so-called ECL political movement into Tonse? And give me the difference with the other people that you're leaving. For example, I did ask, are you honestly asking me to believe, as a person who was talking to the late Dr. Edgar Lungu, Kumalasti, before he died, you want me to believe that Brian Mundubile was closer to ECL than Mporokoso Zulu? I don't have the faith to believe that. He wanted us, or me, to believe that Honorable Stephen Kampyongo was closer to ECL than Mundubile, that Honorable Davis Muila was closer to ECL than Chandakawe or Richard Musukwa. I don't have the faith to believe that. Because every time I went to see Lungu, those were the people I found around him. Not these people. No. And Lungu, the former president, the late president, said something to me in confidence. He said, whenever you come here and whenever we have to meet and chat, I don't want any one of these boys around here.
Is that so?
And one of them was Chris Zumani Zimba. That Dr. Zimba.
Why so? Had you lost confidence in him?
Of course. But this is the guy who the Tonse leadership at the time said he was going to be the coordinator for Tonse. He started bringing into Tonse at the time CSOs, NGOs that he was accredited to, knowing very well that these people are going to be part of the electoral college to elect a leader for Tonse. Now, if you're a strategic thinker, if you've been around politics as long as I have, you can see Kutumpuku.
Let me get you back to your disbelief that they try to make you believe that these certain individuals were closer to ECL. What does closeness to ECL have to do with the leadership of the Tonse?
My point. That's what Zumani was trying to do. That's what he has done. So the leadership he has given Tonse right now is what he purports was closer to Lungu.
So he purports that Brian Mundubile was closer to Lungu,
yes,
and he has given the Tonse to...
Yes, they have sold Tonse. That's not the aim of Tonse. That was not our aim as Tonse.
Has the leadership of Tonse been given to Brian Mundubile, or he was voted?
Voted by whom? By that electoral college. Exactly. This is where...
Which you initially had also expressed interest.
Yes, that is why some of us did not do anything to do with the elections, because we realized this is rigged. If you're going to win an election, win because you're popular, not because you've bought the delegates, not because Zumani has skewed the delegates in your favor. That is not an election. That wasn't an election. You and I know what an election looks like. You want the Zambians to believe, Babanda, with the greatest respect, do you really want the Zambians to believe that Brian Mundubile standing against Dr. Danny Pule was an election? I don't have the faith to believe that. I'm sorry.
Unless which other people were part of the
Exactly.
election.
If there was a real election, there should have been competition. That wasn't competition. They just shared positions.
Because other parties didn't express interest.
Because we knew what was happening. Zumani had already played his dirty tricks, and we saw through the tricks.
Hence the shamming?
Of course. It was a sham. It's a scam. The whole thing is a scam.
Which Tonse do you recognize?
Right now, Tonse is destroyed. That's not the Tonse ECO left us. It's destroyed. Destroyed by Zumani. Because of his greed. Because of his carelessness. Because of his lack of understanding what the political landscape is in Zambia. Now he's misleading one section of PF which he calls the ECO political movement. That's not fair. When we said PF must go and resolve their differences, we didn't say go and cut the baby. You remember the story about Solomon in the Bible? Yes. Some of us wanted the whole baby, the whole PF, not to go and cut and slice, and then you bring us a section. No. So we said no. We will not sanction this. So we stayed away.
Had given Luvinda expressed interest and gone through, were you going to remain in that race? Expressed interest where? In standing in the very Congress.
I'm a very practical person. Let's not ask some